I could tell you plenty of stories. I could tell you stories about Lady Gaga. I know a lot of stories about Lady Gaga.
Right now it's time for action. It's time to muster all of our energy, every ounce of us, every ounce of hope.
Melania Trump just went full mama bear mode after Lady Gaga took aim at Donald on live TV. You won't believe what the former First Lady said in defense of her orange hubby, and trust me, it wasn't just be best. In this video, we're breaking down the entire Gaga versus Trump showdown, Melania's surprisingly spicy comeback, and why this might be the most entertaining celebrity political feud since Rosie O'Donnell made Trump blow a gasket back in 2006. Spoiler alert, someone's designer shoes are definitely coming off in this fight. Folks, what if I told you Melania's fierce defense of Donald was about as authentic as his husband's hair color? When Lady Gaga threw shade at Trump on live TV, Melania suddenly transformed from her usual silent self into a protective mama bear. But let's be real, the timing couldn't be more suspicious. Notice how Melania's statement magically appeared right when Trump's campaign was desperately scrambling for sympathy points after Gaga's epic takedown. That's not coincidence, that's calculation. It's like when your phone suddenly dies right before you have to pay your part of the dinner bill. We all know what's happening there.
Now he's got Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is not too big.
A man who believes his fame gives him the right to grab one of your daughters or sisters.
The real kicker? Melania's supposedly heartfelt defense used exactly the same talking points as Trump's official campaign press releases. I mean exactly the same. It's like they didn't even try to hide the fact that these were pre-written statements pushed out by the same PR machine. They probably have a folder labeled emergency defenses ready to go whenever someone with actual talent criticizes the orange turd. What makes this whole thing even funnier is how Melania's statement completely ignored what Lady Gaga actually said. Gaga called out Trump's COVID response as a disaster in real time and criticized how he treated marginalized communities. Instead of addressing any of that, Melania's statement just attacked Gaga's credibility. Classic move from the Trump playbook. When you can't defend the action, attack the person.
I could tell you plenty of stories. I could tell you stories about Lady Gaga. I know a lot of stories about Lady Gaga.
Right now it's time for action. It's time to muster all of our energy, every ounce of us, every ounce of hope.
You know who was probably behind this whole charade? The same PR consultants who helped Melania plagiarize Michelle Obama's speech at the convention. These people aren't exactly known for their originality. If you placed Melania's spontaneous defense next to her previous prepared statements, you'd see they're practically copy-pasted. Same structure, same buzzwords, same weird formal tone that nobody actually uses in real conversation. According to insider sources, Melania wasn't even that eager to jump to Donald's defense. Word is, she had to be pressured by his campaign team to make a statement at all. Can you imagine that meeting? Melania, we need you to pretend to care about your husband's feelings for just 5 minutes. Can you manage that?
Some people want to win races.
Now is the time to show up and vote like this country depends on it, because it does.
The evidence is clear. This wasn't genuine outrage. It was a calculated PR move designed to shift the narrative and protect Trump's fragile ego. It's part of a coordinated campaign strategy where nothing happens by accident and everything is scripted to protect Donnie Diapers from the consequences of his own actions. That scripted PR strategy gets even more ridiculous when you look at how Melania tried to shield Trump from criticism about his COVID failures. It's like when your mom told the neighbors you were just expressing yourself artistically after you smashed their window with a baseball. Except this time, it's defending a grown man who suggested injecting bleach during a global pandemic.
An optimism, an enthusiasm, every ounce of fear and frustration and discouragement.
What is honest and what is dishonest, and be accepting of those things and not operating from fear.
And sisters and mothers, everybody, no matter how you identify, now is your chance to vote against Donald Trump.
What's truly mind-blowing is that both Donald and Melania actually caught COVID themselves. Nothing says we handled the pandemic perfectly, quite like testing positive after months of downplaying safety measures. It's the political equivalent of claiming you're the world's best driver right before crashing into a parked car. Instead of addressing the actual substance of Gaga's criticisms, Melania's strategy was straight from the Trump playbook: attack the messenger. Why bother responding to legitimate concerns about a botched post-pandemic response when you can just question Lady Gaga's credentials. It's a classic deflection tactic. When you can't defend the indefensible, just scream, "But what does a pop star know anyway?" and hope everyone forgets the actual issue.
Remind you and all the people who are listening, we all know that this thing may come down to Pennsylvania.
There will be a new president, and it could be Donald Trump.
I think what is most important is for us to try to decipher now what is really.
Vote like your life depends on it, or vote like your children's lives depend on it. Because they do.
This comes from the same playbook where Trump is somehow portrayed as a man of the people, despite having literal gold-plated fixtures in his homes and a well-documented history of not paying contractors. Nothing says, "I understand the common American struggles," quite like stiffing the people who built your properties while living in a gold tower with your name on it. And don't get me started on the America First nonsense Melania tried to push. Her husband spent 4 years praising dictators while alienating our closest allies.
What is most important is for us to try to decipher now what is real and what is not. Other people want to be president of the United States. What is honest and what is dishonest, and be accepting of those things.
His protectionist trade policies hurt American businesses more than they helped. But sure, Melania, tell us again how he always puts America first while he undermines our democratic institutions. The most pathetic part of this whole charade was the attempt to position Trump as some kind of victim of celebrity bullying.
Sisters or mothers or wives by any part of their bodies. Now is your chance to vote against Donald Trump. Vote for Joe.
Trump tweeted, "I saw Lady Gaga last night and she was fantastic."
This is the same man who built his entire brand on publicly humiliating people. The guy who mocked a disabled reporter, gave everyone childish nicknames, and spent years trying to convince people Obama wasn't born in America suddenly needs protection from mean celebrities. Give me a break. What Melania desperately tried to distract from was Trump's actual pandemic record. Hundreds of thousands of deaths, constantly contradicting his own health officials. And yes, that unforgettable moment when he wondered aloud if injecting disinfectant might be a good idea. These weren't just Gaga's opinions, they were documented failures that will forever define his presidency. So folks, what we've witnessed here is basically a high school popularity contest, except one participant brought facts while the other brought her husband's talking points. Lady Gaga showed up with receipts, while Melania arrived with a script that probably had "insert outrage here" written in the margins. Truth is, this whole episode tells us exactly what we need to know about Team Trump. They're not defending principles, they're defending pride. And that PR machine, it's churning out reactions faster than Donald changes his positions on, well, anything. Next time you see a Trump clapback, just remember it's about as authentic as that weird thing on his head.